While the PS5 has already made a significant impact on the gaming community, there's more to this powerhouse console than meets the eye. Beyond its stunning graphics and lightning-fast loading times lie a plethora of hidden features waiting to be discovered. From secret shortcuts that enhance your gaming efficiency to lesser-known settings that can customize your experience, the PS5 is brimming with surprises for those willing to delve deeper. Join us as we venture into the realm of the PlayStation 5, where we'll unlock the vault of hidden gems and shed light on the lesser-known aspects that make this console an unrivaled gaming marvel. Do you know you can play free online games? Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Genshin Impact are just a few of the many well-known games that are available to play without having to pay a subscription fee on the PlayStation 5. On the other hand, there are over 100 free-to-play games on the PS5, many of which you have probably never heard of. Visit the PlayStation Store and go to the area labeled All Free-to-Play Games in order to see the whole list. Just keep scrolling down until you discover something that grabs your attention and interests you. Of course, there are multiplayer shooters, but there are also simulators, role-playing games, RPGs, sports games, and other types of games. Due to the fact that they are free, the only thing you stand to lose is a portion of your time. Yet, you should be able to discover something that satisfies your preferences. You can also change or deactivate the following DualSense features. The DualSense controller is certainly going to be one of the most controversial aspects of the PlayStation 5. The game's trigger mechanics may be overpowering and unpleasant to some players, while others really like the game's subtle and innovative haptics. However, some players really dislike the game for these reasons. Regardless of how you feel about the DualSense, you have the ability to alter the intensity so that it meets your requirements. By choosing the controller's option found in either the Accessibility or Accessories menu, you'll have the ability to alter the levels of intensity for the vibration and trigger effect. You have the option of making these characteristics less noticeable if you are on the fence about whether or not you like them. Alternatively, you have the option of turning them off totally if you really detest them. The physical design of the DualSense won't change as a result of this, but is a beginning. Another amazing feature is that you can keep track of the prices on your wishlist. The cost of console games may be rather high. There is no way to avoid dealing with it. Popular video games often have a starting price of approximately $70 and may remain at that level for several years without seeing a substantial price drop. Waiting for a sale is the best way to save costs, so keep an eye out for such. Nevertheless, sales through the PlayStation Store are unpredictable, and it is a hassle to have to monitor a game that you are interested in purchasing. Instead, just click the little love symbol that is located next to the price on the PlayStation Store page where the game is sold to add it to your wishlist. You will be notified through email if there is a price drop for the game, at which point you will be able to purchase it. You can also set your game's defaults. Within the submenu that is labeled Save Data in Game or App Settings, you will see a section that is titled Game Presets. You have the option of selecting the default settings that will be applied each time a new game is started. These include inversion controls for both first-person and third-person viewpoints, difficulty settings, performance or resolution choices, and whether or not subtitles are wanted. You are going to want to carefully verify Sony's work since there is no guarantee that every game will accurately identify your choices. On the other hand, this one will save you some time if you already have an idea of the difficulty level, frame rate, and audio settings that you desire for each game before you start playing it. You can also listen to 3D audio without headphones. Although this feature is still in its testing phase, you have nothing to lose by giving it a go since it is still in beta. The inclusion of 3D audio to the PlayStation 5, which should make games sound more immersive when wearing headphones, is one of the most important advantages that the PS5 has over the £4. The PlayStation 5 does, however, come equipped with a 3D audio option for TV speakers. This feature may be found in the sound menu under the heading Audio Output. Simply turning the switch will cause the PlayStation 5 to prompt you to calibrate the system. You may want to protect your hearing in advance since this may involve certain sounds that are rather loud and bothersome. You may easily disable the 3D audio by toggling the switch in the other direction if you do not like it. Next, you should stop wasting room with trophy captures. Every time you get a trophy on the PS5, the console will take screenshots and a short video clip, regardless of how little the accomplishment may have been. If this is not checked, it might use many gigabytes of space on the disc. To tell you the truth, there is no need to save video recordings of every trophy you've ever earned unless you run a streaming channel. This is because doing so serves no use. You may turn off this practice by going to the Trophies menu and finding it under the Captures and Broadcast heading. From this menu, you can choose whether you want screenshots or videos to count towards trophies. You may also make options about the trophy grade and the video duration. Did you know that you can customize the control center? Concern among gamers is stemming from the fact that the user interface of the PlayStation 5 is considerably more packed than that of the PlayStation 4. On the other hand, you can simplify things for yourself with only a few button presses. On the home screen of the DualSense console, press the PS button on the controller, and then press the Options button. This gives you the ability to choose which features you want to appear on the control center ribbon at the bottom of the screen and which ones you do not want to appear there. If you often switch between headphones and speakers, for instance, you will surely want the power controls and audio options to be at the front and center. On the other hand, if you don't use multiplayer, you may not need parties or other things like that. Furthermore, you can connect a mouse and keyboard. The PlayStation 5 does not support Bluetooth headphones. However, it is compatible with other Bluetooth accessories. It is possible to use the web browser, send lengthy messages to friends, and look for obscure titles in streaming programs with the majority of Bluetooth mice and keyboards because they are compatible with the PS5. This may be of great assistance to you if you are interested in any of these activities. Although this feature is only available in a select few £4 games that don't always work as intended, some games even let you use a mouse and keyboard to control the action in the game. In spite of this, if you happen to have a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse lying around, you should check the accessories menu to see whether you are able to connect them. The mouse and keyboard both have their very own submenus. You can also download games from a PC or phone. It seems to reason that PS5 games can likewise be downloaded from an almost infinite number of locations, given that they are available for purchase almost anywhere. You will be able to quickly download a PS5 game that you have purchased through the PlayStation app for a web browser once it has been delivered to your account. Choose the already purchased game within the app, and then tap the Download to Console button. Launch the web browser, navigate to your profile, select Game Library, look for the game you want, and then select Download to PS5. If your PS5 is in standby mode when you start downloading the game, it should start downloading the game right away. If it is fully off, it will start downloading the game once you turn it back on. You can select global preferences with PS5's Game Presets. You definitely want to get right into the action if you're one of the fortunate few who is turning on their new PS5 for the first time. But if you're prepared to spend a little time now inputting your PS5's Game Presets, you'll end up saving time later on when you buy more and more games. IGN explains that using Game Presets, you can specify a number of global preferences for difficulty level, resolution, and other factors that will automatically apply to most PS5 games you install rather than having to go through the tedious process of selecting game settings each time you start a new title. However, there is no assurance that all PS5 games will take use of your Game Presets. Save data in game or app settings should come first in the settings menu. From there, choose Game Presets to access options for the game's difficulty level, first-person vs. third-person perspective, camera movement, and audio language selection. Additionally, you may choose to use the Performance Mode setting, which prioritizes quick and fluid frame rates, or the Resolution Mode preset, which prioritizes greater graphical quality. Lastly, do you know that you can check out your transaction history? This one is a little strange, but you actually can verify every purchase you've ever made on the PlayStation Store, including the total amount of money you spent on those purchases. It's not something you'd have to do every day, but is a convenient way to check whether or not you've paid for downloadable content for a specific game or titles on earlier systems like the £3 or PS Vita. Transaction history may be accessed by selecting the ellipsis icon located in the upper right-hand corner of the PlayStation Store. After that, you will have the option to select many dates to review at your own pace. As the gaming landscape continues to evolve, the PS5 stands as a symbol of technological prowess and gaming excellence. Its hidden features not only enhance gameplay but also provide a glimpse into the future of interactive entertainment. As you continue your gaming adventures, we encourage you to embrace the spirit of exploration and curiosity. Don't hesitate to dive into the depths of your PS5's capabilities, for you never know what amazing discoveries await.